All right, welcome back, BPD family. This me, Big Papa D, and we're back for another one. Today we have a new artist entering the channel. His name is Drew Jacobs, and he's brought along someone we've heard before. The artist's name is Caitlynne Curtis. She was the person that sang on the Struggle Jennings song "God We Need You Now," so I'm familiar with her. Okay, the name of the song is this is a great song. Oh, and this they're doing a cover of the Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss song "Whiskey Lullaby." Very sad song. This is going to be a rock cover of this song. I saw it pull up on my on the YouTubes there, and I was like, "Oh, that seems interesting." So. And then I checked out Mr. Jacobs, and he's done a lot of collabs with a lot of big-time artists. So I've never heard of him, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So without any further ado, we have Drew Jacobs and Caitlynne Curtis with Whiskey Lullaby.
Like the burning end of a midnight cigarette.
The beard, brother.
She broke his heart. He spent his whole life trying to forget. He watched him drink his pain away a little at a time. But he never could get drunk enough to get her off his mind until put that bottle to his head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away her memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger than the strength he had to get up off his knees. We found him with his face down in the pillow, with a note that said, "I love her till I die." And when we buried him beneath the willow, the angel sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 la.
There she is. Okay, we're gonna, before we get to Caitlyn's part, oh boy, it kicked in a lot harder than I thought it was going to. I love the grittiness of Drew's voice as compared to the softness of the Brad Paisley version of this. The Brad Paisley version is it's deeply, deeply sorrowful and just heavy. As far as the emotional heavy, the rock in this kicks ass, but it maybe kind of lifts it just a slight bit. And the fact that I know the song probably also affects that. But man, this is awesome. Like if I was going to listen to this song, this would be the way I listen to it. She's a great singer.
She never
the subject matter is deep and dear to my heart. When you have that one, or the one you think it's going to be the one, and if it's a long relationship and then it comes to an end, either suddenly or just slowly dies, getting over that is very, very difficult. And there's multiple ways it could go. You can, ignore, just go into denial, ignore the pain, ignore the hurt, let your pride kind of rule the day and be like, F her, I don't need her, move on, and then just eat it all inside. Or you can just feel it, and not a good way. I mean, after my divorce, I was in a dark, dark place. I mean, for probably 10 years. For me, it was like I was never the type to get in long-term relationships. Never the type to say I love you. And for my ex to get me to a point where I was willing to do that and marry her, it took a lot for me to open myself up that way. And so I felt like that was my one chance at love, because I knew that I would never be open enough for that to be a possibility in the future. So I was probably deeply depressed for at least 10 years after that. And then, thank God, I have my kids. And that's one thing probably saved my life, that I have my kids. But yeah, I mean, I understand the song. I've seen this. You've seen this. I've seen this, where people just can't get over things and they just drink themselves to death. And it's sad. It's very sad.
For years and years, she tried to hide the whiskey on her breath. She finally drank her pain away, a little at a time. But she never could get drunk enough to get him off her mind until the night she put that bottle to her head and pulled the trigger, and finally drank away his memory. Life is short, but this time it was bigger than the strength she had to get up off her knees.
That's the line that gets me. I thank God, and I'm so grateful that things worked out where I had custody of my kids. Because if it wasn't for them, I was definitely on my knees. Life had just put me there. And if it wasn't for them, I never would have had that strength. Because every day I had to get up off my knees and take care of those kids and make sure that they were okay. It tears me up a little bit. This is my first video recording today. I don't want to freaking cry because I'll look like an insane person for the rest of my videos. But man, that really hits.
This time it was bigger than the strength she had to get up off her knees. We found her with her face down in the pillow, clinging to his picture for dear life. We laid her next to him beneath the willow, while the angels
First video of the day, I'm just like hitting buttons like a crazy person. Let me pop out of that. I was just thinking things through. And when I was in that hole, when I was in that dark place, the weird logic that comes into your head, like, there was a part of me that didn't want to get over it. There's a part of me that thought that if I got over it, moved on with my life, had other meaningful relationships, then it somehow would lessen, like, the meaning of the vow that I made. It would make it, I don't know, it's just, because in my mind, she didn't feel that way, or the vows were untrue, but what I gave and what I said was true, and that was, like, super important to me. Not that it's so weird. It's like, oh, the marriage is sacred. No, it was just more about the promise I made. More about the fact that for one time in my life, I gave all of myself. I tried. And that was so important to me that moving on and being happy would somehow sully the memory of that. So it's just weird. It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's just strange logic when you're in a deep depression that pops up. I mean, obviously, in retrospect, this has been 20 years ago. That's nonsense. But at the time, it was logical to me. Number one, I'm super competitive too, so to me, I don't know, man. It's very difficult to contemplate. I still feel those emotions, but I'm not in those emotions, if you know what I'm saying. I still have a pretty good recollection of how I was feeling then, but I'm so far removed from that me and her are actually friends. I mean, so, which is the miracle of all miracles. But yeah, that was freaking awesome. At first, I thought maybe the rock took away from it. No, it just added to the power, and that power, the desperation and the pain, really added to it. I knew Caitlynne was a badass. Now I know Drew is also a badass. So if you like, let me know what else I should check out from Mr. Jacobs. As always, the artist stuff will be in the description. Make sure you go on over, watch the video, like, subscribe, check out all their socials. My stuff will be there too. You know where everyone's at. On Patreon, Rumble, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Basically everywhere that there's internet, I'm there. 4 channels: main channel, country channel, rap channel, and podcast channel. I appreciate you very much. You will see me again. Peace and love.
I can't believe you're still here. Did you fall asleep? If you liked this video, I suggest you subscribe and/or seek professional help. Your choice.